crappy lane with the rotations, like being 2-0-1. He's not like tanking deaths randomly. It's pretty happy. It's all going to be up to Ken Gachi. Like, honestly, can he get his shard and can he get in and not die?
Though this Ursa might be a little bit out of position. He's going to try and take what he can because he did get that Wisdom Rune, but I think they'll take his life in return. Swap back, get stunned. Shadow Demon, you need to be careful. That is a big scary bear. If he gets the space he's been having.
If he can make a play off a Naked Radiance, yeah, but you still got to respect the fact that he only has 1,000 health.
Oh, power shot just misses. Oh, it was so... Okay.
No, he didn't.
The bear is on top of Huncho. Huncho suddenly is inside that disruption, but it's just enough for him to get out of there. The Mukau is still charging though. We're gonna walk away here.
1200 HP. I don't think he's dying there.
Jesus, also
he's getting a lot of farm here. I gotta give him credit on the axe.
8 minutes in, so... Oh, this annoying Spirit Breaker, just zoning him away from any chance of a rune. But Io's come in, there's another power shot for a while now, but it is allowing him to get this passive gold, right? We see this in the game with like illusion heroes, like your fish. Why can't I remember it?
Oh, he's even going for a halberd on Sand King. He's doing anything he can to live. Tiny's almost got Yules. The Venge has the Ags, but yeah, they have no item progression on.
Oh, Shackle? Is that just tickling him? Power shot comes back. Spiteful Rubik power shot. Yeah, there's a lot of really good vision from Dire that was setting up their... Okay.
No way, they almost lost Reverie for that. That would be so nuts if he died there. Wowie.
But here comes another charge onto Johnny. So absolute loser. Anyway, moving forward, let's get straight into this game. We've got Gachi on Ursa, Young Harold on Zeus, Gabala on Axe, Wing Xing on Undying, Raccoon on the Spirit Breaker. Back into the tower. She gets the scatter shot off so that she can sort of slip away there, but she still is very low, and Rubik has a fair bit of right-click damage. Down goes Gabala to the Rubiks.
Spends so long between lanes, he doesn't actually like... He can just charge through a wave and it's pushed, and then from there he can place a deep ward that you're not expecting because he's so stupidly...
The owner's out now as well from the Invoker, and that Tiny is doing his best to slip away. Raccoon pushes the Invoker off, but now Raccoon might be in trouble depending on how this Rubik plays. Has the... Oh.
This is some good Dota, hey. This is what I was hoping for from one of these games.
This is what you were telling me was going to happen. After the first game I was...
Is another core. So they have 4 cores on Radiant they have to go through, and no way to go through any of them.
Mukau charging once again. What have they spotted? Is the most broken hero in Dota, and he's not going to just take the Morphling, he's going to take the Shadow Demon as the Axe blinks in with the dunk! Let's go, Gubala! What is this Axe player? Wow, he is ripping and tearing! Let it sit there and not get casted. So here I am once again to yell into your ears. And this time, I'll be yelling into White Glint's ears. White Glint, do you want to say hello?
That's 6 HP regen and 3 mana regen permanently now on the Rubik. Oh, that's good.
That is something that you want to see on a...
Yeah, it's just...
Troll has his 6, and Gubala is a little bit far forward. The power shot misses, but the Troll is still on top of Gubala. They bring all the boys once again. The stun comes out, Shackle to try and keep that Troll off of him, but it doesn't really... Oh, reload, going out of mid? Oh, just bring a Tiny for the farm. Okay.
Just a ferry service, I guess. Move him around. So
hey,
the
Battle
the
Fury
Tiny doesn't... Oh, sorry, yeah?
Yeah, Battle Fury up on...
And the spell lamp. Oh my god. 65% movement speed as damage.
Holy...
What the hell is that?
Isn't Tiny supposed to be one of the thickest heroes this meta? Even as a support?
I reckon they might take out they might take out Void Spirit? Oh no, Faceless Void.
Faceless Void?
I was completely wrong with that. I was thinking maybe they want to...
They're looking...
Picking bottom. They got the Ursa in position.
I think Johnny feels that something is coming this time and does have the stun.
Yeah.
Throws the stun onto this Moo Cow, but that means that that bear is free to just jump on you. Gets the swap, tries to swap the cow in. And Prey was playing phenomenally on that Spirit Breaker, carving up and making some real space. But I think the hero of this story for me has got to be Johnny. That Mars laned into...
It's guaranteed.
Hancho.
Gubala's just farming their jungle.
Top,
He just does not
gets
care.
the stun off onto Gubala, but then the call
Doesn't
comes out in
matter.
return. Hancho
Judy's
needs to be
queuing up
careful
a
though,
Dagon.
because he's being
My God.
charged, and that dogs to that axis. He just sends Dire straight back to their fountain. They need to be careful now. We got buybacks out on the Morphling. Morphling doing what he can to keep his team in the game. The Crab is alive for now, but the Crab needs to get out of there as fast as he can. But the bear is just on top of him. Axis. Hey, I've been wrong before.
I'd say he needs to get active around the 15-minute mark with his shard. He needs to purchase Radiance and shard on the dot at 15 if he wants to have any hope of winning this. It's
Now, obviously this seems like a respect ban, and we're seeing things like the Broodmother being banned because they're actually just super strong in the meta right now. Do you think Axe is
fire, which means as he levels up Little Shredder, he will be taking all the Little Shredder talents, and he'll be buying like a Maelstrom or a Gleipnir of some description, getting all these procs out. Tiny did take the crash landing, so he'll be pumping the toss.
17 minutes, White Glint, 13k
Oh my God.
at 18 minutes. Holy! Let's go, Reject. Show them how it's done.
I don't really have...
Like Slaughter Gang did, or are you going to come up with another wild pick that's a little bit unpredictable, a little bit spicy?
So I think both teams are going to mix up the drafting here. Doesn't have to worry about it too much.
Bottles filled once
He
again.
has just rushed a vessel. And this 1k gold lead, you have to note, is in regards, like, the bottom lane has a... Hancho is edging towards his first item in a long time here.
You know, when they first changed this Dagon, I would...
Dire outmaneuvering every turn. Boka queuing up the Midas, he's already, like, got the glove and he's almost halfway there. Only got 10 minutes into the game.
This game without me, I've got things to say. Why is it that you were so keen on getting in to cast this one with me?
Pretty much know everyone in the lobby.
They're absolutely whiffing it because of the pressure. But then when it's time to shine, some of them are making some of the 6 plays I've seen in a while too. It's such a good game with Dota. I love Dota. But we do have answers for the Morphling, right? We talked about Axe Blink. Axe Blink is one of the hardest counters, but hey, just to sidestep once more towards Shadow Demon, one of my favorite heroes, and a great game so far.
Okay, so...
wait, hold up. Did they just catch the... They just caught the Necro.
Necro's dead. He bought Travels. I hate it when ball players do this. He gets... whenever a player gets arenaed, you'll notice at the top on the screen, they have a red eye symbol showing that they're disconnected in vision from the rest of their team, and they can't be seen.
Hey,
So, like,
Blink
the win rates
Dagger.
ahead
Oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Really
Stolen
unfortunate.
Corpse. Here comes
The Windy
Io.
started that whole thing, and
Deuce. That is such...
43 on winching as well. That's very impressive.
Undying. Wow-wee, what a game! What an absolute game! Nuts.
It doesn't show.
Is it going to be enough? Remember, Zeus can scout that little crab inside his sand pit. Is there any vision here for him to get the charge? There is. They're onto Johnny again. But there's the defensive disruption we were talking about. Johnny doing his best to try and get out of there, but there is a Zeus out. So as someone who loves the save supports, right? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm known for my Earth Spirit, but I love Io. I just love that hero so much. I also love Oracle. I've played in Isolate. They can double damage on the Invoker. Does the Invoker stay to try and get more? No. Alexa just leave. He's got what he can. He's hanging. He wants it.
Yeah, best heroes, and he's just RFA just laying down the law with this Rubik. Insane. That's
Okay.
definitely getting banned. You're not going to see that game here.
I mean, it's a Grandmaster hero, these comfort picks, man. They do what they do so much. Gives you the initiation, gives you vision, gives you tower push. Gubala needs to be careful though, because there are lots and lots of these mana stacks building up on top of Gubala, and he did.
Disastrous fight for Radiant.
Yep. Oh, and did I just hear
Scythe from Rubik.
A Stolen Scythe on Windranger? Okay.
Oh my god. That's
to a troll as well. Like there was an Invoker there. He
out-damaged Hancho George. Yeah. Like, what is that? He out-damaged Jonathan Sins on the Mars. That's one of his best.
I mean, he is on Team Spirit, arguably one of the best teams in the entire world. So let's see if Hancho can replicate the big Lalal plays, dude. So which team are you from? Wait! All over this map, Morphling goes down to the ice.
What the? All of
wow!
And they're going on to the Tiny!
Tiny?
Bottom,
out of position! The double D. Oh, Gachi's hungry, jumping in with Johnny Spirit. Johnny, you need to get out of there! And Hancho's caught. Saves out, he can't, and all of a sudden Johnny is caught out of position and dead once again. Tombstone keeps...
He has 100 HP and he gets in the Tombstone.
Yep, keeps that Spirit Breaker alive. Ame... Yatoro. Sometimes you're just caught out, and that's the end of that. Also, no respect for the Morphling. He doesn't have the sweet sharks.
Be more patient with these disruptions. He's just getting slightly the wrong hero.
I think also as a Shadow Demon player, I can tell you that all too often you want to use that disruption offensively. Just yet, but they pop the Zeus off to try and finish him. Oh dear god, he's trying to switch to strength, he's trying as hard as he can. He's caught in that Zeus Aghanim Scepter with the refresher, but he manages to slink out, and now... Fade Bolt, but Raccoon gets the power shot and return, and kills the troll! Looks like the Mukau has come to play, Raccoon doing her best to try and get out of there, but they're on top of her, and another Blood Grenade goes out, gets off the wind run, she's running, but the zap again from... Blink Dagger's 40 gold away on the Mars. That's a 13-minute Blink Dagger, in a Necro lane too, so pretty impressive.
Yeah, he's made up for his...
And I feel like we see more of these. Monkey goes, good to see Monkey. It looks like Slaughter Gang are focusing some real meta heroes rather than target banning, at least from what I can understand.
That from the
Charge in on the Sand King.
They have another save.
Looks like he just decides to speed away, but the smoke comes out and it's not caught on any vision, so if they find someone here, they may keep the Morphling alive. But what's the point of saving your Morphling if it doesn't have any farm? Like, if it's not getting back into these games? Huge performance from Prey. Doesn't get caught or doesn't.
He's got a big one. He's not too afraid. I have been seeing a lot of pros do the Ring of Health build on the Ursa. Very, very nice, I think. It keeps you really...
So are you captain for your team before I go any further?
Yes.
Yeah. So put me in the mindset of a captain in Upper Division Oz. We've got all of these teams here, and I'm not going to make you rank them because that's rude.
It's a very awkward angle to go for... Oh, they're going to commit. They're going to commit with this. That's a very awkward angle to go as Radiant, I think. They definitely drew the line. I don't know if they're going to do it or not. Notable.
But honestly, I think we are going to see a pretty fierce game tonight. From what you've told me before, of course, we went live, and from what I've seen from this upper division, it seems like it's going to be a bit of a brawl all the way into the captain's.
Like fine because he has an Ags. 2-7 tiny.
But
Hunter's the only one having like a
more than
reasonable
that,
game.
it's this XP differential. You've got 18 coming out on Gachi, 18. Okay.
Young Harold has Blink now. That is how impactful that engagement was for him. This is the Tiny who had phase boots at like 12 minutes, now has Blink before 15. I told you, he's a comeback king.
Especially when you've got the cow stacking up on top. Who did? Yeah, the cow did
The
1300 damage.
Good.
The cow did 1300 damage. God.
The last pick Zeus has really paid off here. The vision game.
Ooh, that Mars might be in trouble if he stays just a little bit longer. Scattershot comes out from the Rubik to get the slow off, and they have to choose a target now. If you chase two rabbits, you won't catch either. That Rubik is leaving.
Guarantee you is watching just about every game of Riyadh in some way, shape, or form, and we're all definitely taking like our lessons from that. What we can use, what we can't use, what we cheese strats we can learn, stuff like that. You know, like sometimes you see it on Sand King, sometimes you see it on Venge. They can get up there into the 600s, into the 650s, really early as well. Even Ursa now, this guy's at almost 800.
Oh, Tombstone goes down, and I think
not catch a break in game 2. They're getting absolutely decimated. To say,
they are.
Like look at their scorelines: 1-6 Morphling, 2-10 Vengeful Spirit, which is needs to get the Galepnia early. And he never made it to 4-star. That's just how bad of a game he had, unfortunately. And I honestly do think this game would be completely different if top lane actually went well for the AU rejects.
Morphling's just going to try and port out here. No, cancels his port.
He cancels his TP.
But that might be a mistake, Reverie, because there are 4 Radiant heroes here and they are looking for you. He does have 4,200 HP and is outside his tier 3 though, so he might just live here.
That's got it. That's a 3. I think that's actually the 3k gold lead. Is actually just from those kills. Systematically eliminated across the map. That is insane.
Yeah. Excellent players favoring OD. Like they play all these like hyper. Like they play all these like hyper mobile and technical heroes, like your spirit heroes.
I have the answer. I'm glad they're finally moving the Eye up top, because a lot of the kills RFA's gotten have just been on the edge of he's playing max limits. If you add one more hero into the mix, it doesn't work. Oh my god.
What's Windy up to here? Yeah. Stacking like a good support? No? Yes? Yep, she decides to.
Yeah, there's not really a lot she can do.
Spirit Breaker has pinged out the Rubik. A little bit of extra mana regen for the rest of the game. He'll love that.
Yeah,
okay,
as these fights keep going, the Dire just seem to be getting so much more out of them than the Radiant. Every fight that Dire wins is like a 3-through, just because it was the most impactful hero on Radiant last game, by far.
Well, they just beat it. Are they confident enough to let it slip through? Morphling's porting in.
Oh my.
They don't have vision of the axe yet, but if he's not careful, they're about to. Reverie looking, the Sand King gives that to Zeus. Yep.
So I think the most important thing to check is to swap to net worths here and look at the net worth here.
Oh, hang on, Gavala
Zeus is winning.
Has been found by the Morphling, but he is pretty thick. Looks like he's just.
And Radiant haven't drafted enough stuns here. It's really starting to show. Like they do have they have a lot of short stuns, but they don't have any good, reliable long range lockdown. Nothing like a Bane, for example, and it's really starting to show.
Troll is a pretty spooky hero this patch. It sort of feels like when it works, but when it doesn't, it doesn't. I know you can say that about every hero, but when it's a good Troll game, this hero just feels unstoppable. And I know the Oz
copying it and then sending it back right back at them.
They're feeling themselves and they're getting a bit cheeky. I just saw Raccoon use his charge to try and make it to the Wisdom Rune before the
10 regen, 10 HP regen, and 5 mana. I mean, like, he's just not respecting the toss damage. He's expecting the
IO. Spirit Breaker decides he wants to take this kill on his own. Down goes Wing Ching.
Unfortunately, he did his own reflexes and is now unable to get the Strength Wolf off from the axe. And that's why he's been dying this, like,
yeah, me too.
Times.
That's why I always get docked as Morphling as well.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
a little bit tipped.
Series against Team Dog Cage. I have been messaged by many people who have told me that they were super impressed with your gameplay and your team's gameplay last night. So
there's not really too much you can do melee into ranged, and being so mana sensitive that the EMP just screws him over, unfortunately.
So do we? Oh, hang on. Troll taking a bit of damage there. Oh, looks like Kabbalah is thrown.
Really good counter to the Spirit Breaker because of the Demonic Purge, completely rips off Bulldoze. And it will also pull off the attack speed on Ursa. So those 6 hits, I haven't seen a Shadow Demon very much. I do think it's one of the... I think it's like a timeless hero, if I had to
It's just so
put
good.
it down.
It just does so much. It does so much.
Okay. Oh no, sorry, Gachi's on the... Wait, what? Gachi's on the Necro? What position are they playing?
Raccoon picks up the Windy. Okay, look at this messy. Coming back to lane. Just, you know, doing tiny things. I'm gonna come back, hit a few creep, and the moment he arrives, he is EMP'd and completely ran out of mana. Which must be the most frustrating thing in the world. Huncho's up here having a look to see a high skill Shadow Demon. Somebody who can play it much better than me. I'm keen to see that in action. That's super exciting.
I can almost guarantee that's going to be an RFA Shadow Demon.
Oh, the Rubik from last game. Nice.
Yeah, it's going to be an insane...
But the sun comes out. Oh, lucky Lincoln's there, keeps him alive for now.
Just die so quickly on
Huge axe call. Huge axe call. Zeus needs to be careful here.
A little bit. Tiny instant from Slaughter Gang.
Yep.
Okay. So I expected the Breaker to get banned, but I guess taking it instead of leaving it on the table is kind of like the same thing.
As Prey took the Watcher back, and he's just sort of hiding in position.
Yeah,
It looks like they want to deal with Gachi here, and they're bringing the Sand King down, but Matic controls the Whirling Axis, and Kabbalah is gone. Doesn't even need to pop
not
the
getting
ult.
to the start he wanted this game. He definitely wanted to be doing a bit better than where he is now. Winching, possibly. And he is now called a little rat. This could be good. This could be good. Reverie is also a bit tipsy, potentially. He could be a lightweight. And nothing. So, he's not out of it yet, you know? He will still be one to watch. Once he gets his 6, and once he makes, like, maybe a power rune rotation if he's lucky.
Whenever I played Earth Spirit mid, I was picking it up specifically for those heals. It just, yes, the damage was good and it plays well with Earth Spirit's kit, but the amount of times that I would roll in, start a fight, drop them out, they might take Wing Xing as a return. Here comes the big toss. Ooh, it's just enough to secure that kill. But the bear jumps in. Hold on, the bear is hunting.
He's not for tower aggro. He's got to be very careful here.
Dota, and in my opinion, possibly the best hero in all of Dota.
This
hero does so much. Okay, first of all, the illusion damage buffed. Phenomenal. We already knew
would have had a much closer mid game, but just having a Necro that's top net worth the entire game and still being down 2k just based off lanes is really rough.
Lanes pushed in. It's got this stupid bull rush talent. Where it can just run away anytime it actually hits a wave. Plays so far forward. I mean, we saw Boxy doing it before. Like,
silly what Gooby's done with his build, but when he went in, he did heal like 800 health off his Dagon. So they are doing it, but I don't know if they're going to be able to continue to do it as the game progresses. And there's not going to be a lot happening on the side lanes, I wouldn't expect. Just because the Morphling's really passive, and the Ursa is also, like, he can get really active, but with Winching on the Undying, that's it. My god, that does so much damage as well.
So
he only did 700, it was half health, I think, and he got cleaned.
Nice. God, Tiny does so much damage.
You need to pick a flexible carry that doesn't have many matchup, like, losses, so... In that position, you could pick like an Ursa, you could pick a Juggernaut, you could pick a Juggernaut, Why can't I get double locked. So it's going to be incredibly hard for him to get any relocate saves here. But it's definitely going to be lane to watch will be mid, and then probably top, because the Snapfire damage can just catch people off guard.
That ricochet. Right? Like, I was such a strong hero. They're feeling around. RFA getting a bit cheeky. Gubala. Chosen the creep. Oh, in comes that huge Mars arena. And the Tiny elects to blink into the arena, which...
That was a very unexpected and abrupt ending, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, the 27 minutes, not the fastest game I've seen. I saw Devious knock a stack in 23 minutes.
I'm not going to say, like...
Zeusol trying to get vision for the axe. Morphling's career almost gets scouted by Gubala then. The bear is still... Ember leads into...
That Ember is for Winching. I 100% guarantee you they did not want Winching to be playing Ember, because I have not seen him play anything else in the last 3 months.
Okay. Decides to back out.
Very early BKB.
Very, very early BKB. Very,
Oh, Tiny Sports! Oh my god. Did you see it?
Yeah, Tiny caught by the Spirit Break.
I never know what's gonna happen. He could just randomly get caught out 2 or 3 times here and destabilize the entire game.
Well, that's just Morphling players, right? Sometimes you feed, even the best players in the world. Facing him. Charge comes out, though, onto the Shadow Demon. They're looking for something here, but they're trying to pick the right target. Huncho decides he wants to deal with that Mukau. The Mukau's doing too much strike, and all of a sudden the Troll goes down, and the Snap lives. Hey, Radiant are making this funky draft work, huh?
Yeah, that's another 1,000 goals. Like, Faye with the Rubik is the most synonymous combo. The man has like 30,000 matches and like 3,000 on Rubik. So I definitely see that. Tombstone doesn't care if he dies. He has a ceaseless dirge. Oh, random Ursa kill. Gachi's down.
What happened there? Was he just lurking on low HP? Did Prey take him? Was it Prey?
Yeah, he got slain by the Tiny toss.
Mooncow charging in, and now comes the Zeus ult, and the Crab is dead! Yule's out from Prey, he's got him there, and Reverie's going to jump in himself. They deal with the Spirit Breaker, but now there is a big...
Having me on, I appreciate it. It's an amazing series to watch. I was going to watch it anyway, and I'm glad we could have a really fun time while watching it, because my god, they put on a show game 2. Game 1 was a bit of a free, but he is objectively the core that had the hardest game possible on top. And if you go to like the net worth blocks and go around the 8-minute mark, he is 6 from the top, and by the 10-minute mark, he is top.
Lord on top of RFA's Rubik. Uh-oh.
I believe before all that happened, the Spirit Breaker actually just watered, and the entire fight happens.
Is in, Johnny is out, Gachi knows he has to deal with that Shadow Demon and is diving him as hard and fast as he can. Disruption to try and save himself for a second. That BKB is running out, Gachi, and you are deep once again. Tiny.
In a row, and then you're relying on your mid laner to go penultimate last and win you the game. But the Troll pick's really good. Like, even though Necro is considered a counter, you can buy Ags on Troll. You have so many tools. Gang squad built up from the lanes.
You know, I'm not surprised that Dai was caught off guard by that play, because it shocked me so hard I couldn't get my words out to just see...
God, did you just see the level 2 little shredder?
Oh, I did not, but looks like Reverie needs to run out there, of there as fast as he can. I saw little Io positioning himself. What I did see, though, was Tiny. It's one of the strongest pos ones we've seen.
Definitely.
Is it going to be enough to deal with the Morphling?
I don't know. So on paper, right?
Unbelievably bonkers. So this hero, Jinkyu started playing it again maybe a year ago. That's when I started paying attention to this hero again because I love it.